Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the fall update video for 2025. We've got a lot to go over today, so sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, a huge thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I will be making a 2K little special video pretty soon, sometime this month. That was one of the goals that we had at the beginning of the year, to hit 2K. So a gigantic thank you to everybody who clicked the subscribe button. And I want to do a little summer recap really quickly. We gained 71,541 views, 300 subscribers, and over 1,000 watch hours in the past 90 days. Can you believe that? And the biggest video that I put out over the summer was a discussion video titled "What Happened to Planes 3?" You know, I thought this video would maybe get, 1,000, 2,000 views. But it's almost at 30,000 views. 30,000 people watched a video that I made. That's just, it's crazy to think about. A huge thank you to everybody who has watched that video. And to any new subscribers that I gained from that video, there will be a part 2 to the Planes 3 little saga here. So the other day I was doing some searching and I found some new concept art, and also we're going to be going over some of the information that we have and trying to piece together what the movie would have been about. So stay tuned for that, coming in the middle of September this month. Now, for the rest of September, mainly I want to just stick to reviews because I am back in school. So this is my final semester. I'm taking 5 classes, and I really just want to focus on school so I can just get this thing done already. And then get out of college, graduate with my associate's degree, and start working, which I'm going to talk about that in a little bit here. In October, I do plan on making another discussion video in the middle of the month. I'm not really going to go over what it's going to be. It'll be a surprise coming out in October. But again, mainly reviews in October is all I have scheduled. They are, a lot of newer cars in there, but the videos are pretty relevant because I recorded them over the summer. So stay tuned for that. There are a lot of fun videos in there. Fun reviews. November is my birthday. I'm going to be turning 21 this year. And I want to make a discussion video on Metro. So that one's either going to be coming out in the middle of November or the beginning of October, or beginning of December, sorry. Just because I have finals during the end of November, beginning of December. So that's going to take up a lot of my time, especially since I'm doing 5 classes. I'm going to have 5 finals. I really hope that they're all easy. So I can just end this thing off easily and ride into the sunset. But yeah, in December, I'm going to be bringing back the 12 Days of Customs series. I tried to do it a couple years ago, wasn't able to complete it in total, but I have a whole bunch of customs now that I'm saving for that series. So earlier I mentioned something about a job, right? Starting to work after I graduate, and I have 2 options here. I could either, start working at, a company, obviously, start working somewhere else, or this is where you guys come in. You see, I'm really close to being monetized. I'm about 1,500 watch hours away from being able to earn ad revenue. So if you would like to help me in reaching this goal, what you can do, here's a little example of what you can do. Open up a new tab on your laptop or on YouTube, right? And go to the playlist titled Cars Reviews that's on my channel. And literally just leave it on in the background. It'll play, it'll go through the whole playlist. And, you can watch the videos if you want. You don't have to. but just leave them on in the background, and like, you know, that's gonna give me a whole bunch of watch hours. So, you know, I'm not saying you have to do it, but if you would like to help me in reaching this goal, that there's a little idea of what you can do. Or you can literally just like go through my channel and just watch each video individually. There's like 600 videos there, so that's gonna be like a whole. It might. I think it's probably gonna be more than the entire Cars trilogy in terms of time. So have fun with that if you do that. Next up, I want to talk about a couple different series on the channel that I have and haven't been able to work on. The Piston Cup podcast, I wanted to do stuff with that this year. I just haven't had the time to do it, mainly because, you know, everyone's busy. People have their own lives and stuff to do. So, you know, I didn't really want to bother anybody. So that's why I haven't really done anything with the Piston Cup podcast. But I'm going to move that to next year, 2026. The first episode back of that series will be going over the 2026 poster, if there is a 2026 poster. I don't even know if there's going to be one. Speaking of 2026, I canceled Cars News at the beginning of this year, but I guess I forgot and just brought it back. And honestly, I'm going to continue to make it because I've been having a lot of fun doing Cars News, because I can give my unsolicited opinions on how bad 2026 Case A looks and how bad Lightning Racers looks right now. But if you haven't checked out those videos, I highly recommend that you do. Yeah, you know, when I make reviews, I feel like I'm kind of just constrained into a box of, oh, I have to say this, and this about the car, because the main point of the video is to review the car and talk about the car. I can't really go on random tangents like I can do in this update video or in a discussion video like those. So that's kind of what separates the reviews from the discussion videos. Why I love making the discussion videos more, because I feel more free in these discussions. Cars and Answer Questions, I literally have an entire book full of ideas for that series, but I just haven't had the time to sit down and record all of these videos. Also, I need to see if a lot of these videos are like feasible and I'm able to do them before I actually record and stuff. So that's also going to be moved to 2026 when I'll have time to do stuff. Now, the final couple things here. Custom tutorial videos, I haven't really uploaded them yet, just because episode 1 isn't done. Episode 2 also isn't done. Episode 3 is already done. Now, the way I want to do it is, episode 1 is my restoration of my first McQueen. Right? I feel like that's a perfect first episode. All I need to do is buy the decals for that McQueen on eBay, and then he'll be done. Episode 2 is my Racerorama Chick Hicks custom that I've been working on since February. This has taken me way too long. All I need to do is make the spoiler, and that's it. That video will be done. And then I can put out the series, start it. I probably just gonna do like one episode a month. Not sure about that yet. I'll figure that out when the time comes. I just actually need to go to my desk here and do the things first. Speaking of customs, as you guys might know by now, I've said this so many times, I do have an eBay store and a Mercari store that, you know, I want to sell customs on the store. The problem is I just don't have the extra inventory to be able to turn these cars into customs and sell them. In order to do that, I'm going to take the money that I earn from the eBay store, reinvest it, buy probably a Kevin Shift right, and turn it into a Thailand Apple Racer. If you haven't seen the review of that guy yet, highly recommend that you do. That was one of my favorite customs ever that I've made. It was so simple to make too. Literally just, sand the car down, prime it, paint it white, print out the decals, print out the eye decal already, just apply it, do all that. It's so simple to do. So the next custom on the eBay store will be that one. The price is going to be like $25 free shipping. Because I don't believe in selling customs for like $50. The only way I would do that is if it's a whole bunch of customs, like 3 customs in one listing. Then yeah, maybe I'll do $50 free shipping. I'm the only time that I will charge for shipping is if I'm making like a hauler, and the haulers are going to be $30 plus shipping. Because they take a lot more to make, and since haulers are expensive to buy, they're $20 at Walmart retail. So if I were to buy, like for example, a Mac, turn them into that Rusty's Mac that I made, and sell it, I'd like to at least make some money back there. But yeah, that's a little look into the selling, I guess, little hub. Now the final thing I have to talk about here is the most important thing, in my opinion. This Friday, September 5th, 2025, is Lightning McQueen Day, as we know in the Cars community. And I will be dropping the teaser trailer for my new movie. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm leaving you guys on a cliffhanger. This is your favorite YouTuber, Rusty's95, saying thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. And bye! I only got 20 seconds for this outro. I promise you that I won't go so slow. Make sure you subscribe to Rusty's95. Comment, like, and share. Comment, like, and share.